What's up guys, Dan here. Hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing today. Today I'm going to talk about how to find the perfect product to sell on Amazon. This is probably one of the hardest things to do, of course, for new Amazon sellers and for people just getting into online entrepreneurship and just getting into Amazon. You might have done some research already on products and you might not know what product to sell. So in this video, I want to clear it up for you guys and I want to make it as simple as possible because it's not a very complicated process. It's like literally a formula. So you really just have to know the formula and you have to just put in the time and dedicate maybe like a couple hours every single night to actually doing some product research. But now that you guys are going to know the formula that I'm going to show you guys in this video, it's going to be very, very easy. And with more time put into product research, I guarantee that in a week or two, you will find that amazing product. So let's get started. So step one, you absolutely will need product research software. I personally have never tried doing product research without any kind of product research software, just because the way that I learned it when I first took courses a long, long time ago when I first started Amazon, they recommended you to use product research software. And honestly, there was, if I didn't use product research software, I don't know how, I would not find any products. There's no way of knowing whether our product will sell or not if you don't have the right software. And the software that I've always used and that I really recommend, because in my opinion, it's the best, it got me the best result. And obviously I want you guys to have the maximum chances of success. The best software that I've used and that I still personally use is Jungle Scout. So for Jungle Scout, you will need two things. The first one is the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, and you buy that once and you keep it for life, so it's not like a monthly thing. And so basically there's two of them. There's the Lite and the Pro. You can get either or. I think the Lite is like $99 and the Pro is like $250. When I first started, I just wanted the best chances of success, so I actually bought the Pro right away. So I paid like $250 for it, and it paid off well because with the Pro you get a thing called the opportunity score, which makes it a whole lot easier to actually see whether a product niche or whether a certain kind of product is good to sell or not. It helps a lot of beginners out, and I still use it sometimes. So either the Pro or the Lite, totally cool. The Lite, you just won't get the opportunity score, so that's totally up to you. And you will need 1 month of the Jungle Scout web. So actually, if you go on the Jungle Scout website, you can actually, for the web, you can actually look at the plans there. And a lot of people have been asking me lately, like, Dan, did they increase the price for the web? And actually they didn't. So the plan that you need is the startup plan. And I think they just don't advertise it. There's a button at the bottom saying like, take me to the startup plan. And I think it's like $30 or $40 a month. So you just buy it for 1 month. So just buy it and then cancel it right away, because I'm sure that you guys will find a profitable product in your first month. Even I only buy the Jungle Scout web when I need to do product research. Like let's say, this month I'm gonna release some products. And so, I'm gonna buy the Jungle Scout web and then I just cancel right away. You only need it for 1 month. So the link for Jungle Scout is in the description below. And if you try to do product research without Jungle Scout, guys, like it's not realistic. You're not gonna make any money. If you're not willing to make this like minimal investment into a tool that will make it so much easier to buy a product, then I don't know how you think that you're gonna make any money online or any money on Amazon, because you're just gonna end up spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a product that you thought might have been good. Based on what data, I have no idea. I don't, obviously, if you don't have any kind of software, then you don't know whether it's selling or not. So you're gonna put up thousands and thousands of dollars for a product that you don't even know if it's good or not. In my opinion, that's just stupid risk and you don't need to take that risk. So just invest in yourself, and we'll get to step 2. So now that you have both of those things, the search range on the web, so you're gonna go ahead and open up the Jungle Scout web, and that's the most basic way to search. Here are the filters that I would recommend. Don't put these in, but this is like the range. This is the general range that I would recommend searching for a product in. The first thing that we have is the price. So for the price, I would recommend $11.67 to $47.08 dollars. This is for the American marketplace, and for other ones, obviously, it's sort of similar. But why I actually have those random numbers in there, so $11.67 and $47.08, because most people actually search, they search 15 to 30 or 20 to 30. They search like in whole numbers, and everybody does that, and you don't want to be doing what everybody is doing to find amazing products. So $11.67 to $47.08, anything below $11.67, there's just not enough of a profit to be made. And obviously I want you guys to get to a consistent, couple thousand a month or 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month income as quick as possible. And the best way to do that is by investing into products that have a healthy profit margin right at the beginning, from the get-go. And like no point in doing something that's like $9 or $8 a unit, right? It's just gonna be so much harder to make money. And anything above $47, anything above like $50, it's just gonna be way too expensive to source. So then we're getting into like large, bulky stuff, maybe electronics, and your first order is gonna cost you a lot of money. So that's why $11.67 to $47, I would say you can find some absolutely amazing products in there. So for the revenue, I would recommend the minimum is 6,777 and then the maximum is 39,008. So 6,777 to 39,008. And the reason I recommend that range is because that range is the perfect range where you will find products that are like stable in revenue, that are stable in making money. Anything below 6,777, you don't know whether that product is just like selling a little bit this month and then, you know, maybe last month it wasn't selling or next month it's not going to sell. And anything above 40,000, anything above 39,000, those products are very risky because, you know, you might think that they're making a ton of money. But actually the real issue is, first of all, there's going to be a ton of competition coming in because everybody sees these insanely huge numbers and, you know, suddenly they're like, okay, that's it. I see a $70,000 a month product. I want to make $75,000 a month, even though they're broken, they're not making any money whatsoever. So I want you guys to approach this thing long-term, and to do Amazon long-term, it's to truly change your life forever. You're going to need to search in that range that I said. So I would say products, you know, where they're like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 revenue, that's perfect. That's where a ton of the good products are. And honestly, that's where I found most of my products, in that range. For the weight in Jungle Scout, in the Jungle Scout web app, I would recommend not, you know, putting the max to like 1.7 or 1.68 pounds, because if it's over than that, it's just gonna be too expensive to ship. Again, if there is a margin, right, you can search over that. But if there's still a margin, then I would recommend absolutely like do it. If there's still a profit to be made, even with expensive shipping, you know, if you know how to do seat shipping, things like that, then yeah, absolutely. But in general, for a beginner, I wouldn't go over 1.68 pounds. And the reason it's 1.68, again, is because everybody does 1.5, and I just want to give you guys that extra edge, just a little secret there. So 1.68 pounds, put that in the max, and you guys will have that edge and that step ahead of all the other people. Now for the reviews, this is actually very interesting because a lot of the Amazon gurus and stuff online, they don't, you know, they recommend not doing products over 50 reviews. And on a marketplace like as big as the American marketplace, it's just very difficult to find products that are making a ton of revenue and have less than 50 reviews. That's why I recommend the absolute max in Jungle Scout, in the Jungle Scout web. Put anything below 536 reviews, and I'm sure you will find some absolutely great products in there, because the higher the reviews, the more you're gonna have to make your listing better, your branding better, your PPC better, all this stuff, which by the way, I show all of this on my channel here and in the Amazon Freedom course, everything like step by step. The link for that is in the description below. And there's a ton of videos on here showing you how to make great listings and anything else like that, anything you need basically. So now that we've got the actual filters down and the numbers that you need to put in there, this is step 3. So when you're gonna pull up the products there, make sure that you actually, you know, make sure that you're not like everybody else. Everybody just thinks they're gonna find a product from these search results in that list. And you know, I don't think you will. It's very rare. What I think, here's a secret. I think that the best way to approach this is actually click on a product that looks interesting, see if it's selling, check if it's competitive, and you know, go to the related products. Look at you know, the store, look at the storefront, look at the general niche. I'm sure if you actually look at the general niche, you will find an amazing product that nobody else is finding. And that's why this is the best way to find a perfect product. Most of my products I found this way, by starting with the Jungle Scout web app and then actually not finding it in the list, but finding it, you know, deep down in the hole when I actually clicked on a product in the list, and then, you know, I clicked on the related products, and then I clicked on the sponsored products, and eventually I got to a product, I'm like, this looks interesting, and then I type in the keywords in Amazon and I check if it's competitive, I pull up the Chrome extension, and then, you know, what do you know, it's great. So now that you've found a product, step 4 is to make sure that there are no restrictions, no patents, no trademarks, and no regulations, any kind of like health regulations surrounding your product. Obviously, you might not know how to check for this kind of stuff. So for restrictions, I talk about how to check for restrictions in the Amazon Freedom course. For patents, you can just go ahead and go on googlepatents.com or whatever. It's like google.com/patents, I think. For patents, just go ahead and go on Google Patents. So search up Google Patents and then type in the keywords for your product. And then you will, basically it's gonna pull up a list of all the patents. If it's an active patent, then don't do the product. If it's an expired or an abandoned patent, if you found the product for the exact design, if it's expired or abandoned, then you can go ahead and do it. The thing with patents is that patents are not, you know, if you found a patent and it's not exactly the same product that you want to do, not exactly the same design, then you're good to go, right? So patents are only for a certain design of the product. And also, you don't want to do anything like knives, anything like consumables. So you don't want to do any kind of skin creams from China. You know, that's just a disaster waiting to happen. Any kind of like, you know, anything just like risky that goes on the skin, you know, any kind of acids, anything like that, because there are, you know, customs won't like it very much, and there are regulations surrounding that. And as a beginner, I think that it's very unnecessary to get into that stuff. So step 5, make sure that your product is not seasonal. So, you know, this is a mistake that I see so many people making because they see a product that looks great, but they don't really realize that, you know, right now it might be selling well in this season, but next season it might not be selling well. And this happens a lot with like summer products, so beach products, any kind of like outdoors products, patio, you know, it's a very common thing. So a way to check if it's seasonal is if you go on Google Trends and you actually look at the, if you type in the keywords there and you look at like the, you know, the patterns there, you can see if it's seasonal there. Or if you use the Keepa Chrome extension, I talk about that in some of the other videos on this channel, you can actually see the sales rank, and if you know, you can clearly see if it's selling more during a particular season or not. If this is all too confusing, by the way, I show exactly how to do like everything in video, like step by step, in the Amazon Freedom course. So you can check that out. The link is in the description below. It will show you everything you need to know step by step. So now we get to the profit margin. So you want to calculate the profit margin. Now how you do that is there's a video on this channel how to calculate profit margin. So you want the profit margin to be at least 40 to 45%. A perfect profit margin will be about 50%, 55%, and 60%. That's amazing. I've had products with 60% profit margin. Actually, a lot of them are, because I tend to go for higher profit margin products. They're hard to find, but you know, if you're good at product research, then you can. And you want at least $6 to $7 profit per unit. If it's anything below that, there's just not enough profit for PPC because you're gonna have to run PPC. You know, you're not gonna break even as easily, and just things like that. So it's gonna be harder to make money. So the perfect profit margin obviously is $10 per unit. Just don't go below 6 or 7. And there are products actually, if you brand it well and if you come in a premium angle, then you can for sure go like $13. You can get $13 profit margins, $15 profit margins, even $20 profit margins. All right, and that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and using these steps and using this this formula here, you will for sure, I have no doubt, find an amazing product to sell on Amazon and really kickstart your online business career and get some passive income going so you can go ahead and live your dreams, get financial freedom, get to financial freedom sooner and quicker, and get to doing the stuff you love quicker instead of having to you know, slave away at a 9-to-5 job or whatever it is, right? Building someone else's dreams instead of building your dreams. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, and you can go ahead and reach out to me on social media. My Snapchat, Instagram, and all that stuff is in the description below. And yeah, once again, stay tuned for more passive income videos, Amazon FBA, anything to do with online business. So subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.